So Tucker Carlson, now that Joe Biden has nominated the first black woman to the Supreme Court, Tucker Carlson had to get his 2 cents in. And so here he is talking about how, now again, I'm not too familiar with the Supreme Court pick here, but I'm going to be doing research into them. But again, if you want to criticize somebody, this is not a good way to do it. So let's watch.
Good evening and welcome to Tucker Carlson Tonight. Let's say you really didn't care about the country you lead. Let's say you wanted to humiliate and degrade it and undermine its ancient institutions. What would you do? Well, you might take the single most important appointed position in the entire government and announce in public that you were filling that position on the basis of appearance.
Okay, so first of all, ancient? The United States is actually one of the youngest countries in the world. What ancient institution, right? Like this, like an ancient institution, like everywhere in Europe has more like ancient institutions. Like what? Ancient. But again, this is something that's very common on the right, folks, that I need you all to understand is they build a mythology. Right? Like this is like they always construct these narratives and they build mythologies, right? Like, it's like, again, Putin's mythology right now with his invasion of Ukraine is like, we need to reunite the Russian people or whatever. Like he's building those mythologies. I was talking before how the People's Party is building their mythology with all their little like stupid stunts, right? Like a lot of these groups online, they just build their mythologies. Like they build these narratives, right? In their world, like we've been in a perpetual lockdown, like it's 1984, like the cops are patrolling the streets for anti-vaxxers and disappearing them, but in the real world, they're just being annoying and everyone's making fun of them, right? So, and again, now this is going like, okay, so the narrative started out where like, oh, Joe Biden's only gonna pick someone who's black. And because they're black, that means, like the assumption here is, because Biden's picking a black woman, that means that the quality of the judgeship is going to be worse, no matter what. Like the smartest, most qualified black woman is like worse than the worst qualified white man. That's the implication here. Right? It's not that, people have different specialties and people can independently be qualified and really good at things, and maybe we should give positions to people that historically haven't had those positions because they've been, locked out of them for, so, like, that, but that's the implication, is the smartest fucking black woman is going to be worse than, like, Brett Kavanaugh. Like, right? Like, that... What, and also ancient institutions and humiliate and degrade. Like this language is very fascistic.
In the entire government and announce in public that you were filling that position on the basis of appearance, not on the basis of skill or wisdom or fealty to the founding documents of the United States, but on the basis of the way the person looks. So it's not a question of saying we found the most qualified person who happens to look this way.
What?
What you're saying is, we found a person who looks this way, who, by the way, may be qualified.
First of all, both of those things result in the same, right? Like, it doesn't, like, if you have two goals, black woman and very qualified, it doesn't matter which one you start with. Like, it's probably honestly easier to start with the black women because there's not that many black women in the space, historically, because this country is fucking shat on black women throughout the entire existence of this fucking country, right? So, it doesn't matter which one you start with, right? If the goal is to find a qualified black woman, it doesn't matter. They're qualified, right? So again, the distinction doesn't mean anything. It means nothing at all. Like,
that was a very clear message that you don't like the country you run, and you don't care about the institutions that its ancestors built. And Joe Biden is doing that. We'll have details straight ahead.
I mean, again, anyone that falls for this stuff has got to be a dumb fuck motherfucker. I mean, it really is sad that people actually fall for this fucking horse shit. I don't know, man. Like, there's someone, like, there are people out there listening to that going, yeah, goddamn, going on Biden, all a bit of do. I don't even know what that means, but that they're saying it. This is just embarrassing. To my understanding, though, the Supreme Court pick here is better than expected. So I'm still gonna look into into their background and stuff. But I'm not here to comment on that. I'm here to comment on the way that Tucker Carlson is talking about this, because it's just horrible. It's just really stupid. And let's assume, right? Like, we can criticize people. Why do we have to bring up their fucking race? Like, it doesn't. It's just so. It's so dumb. Yeah.